The 05 and also the number 8 car got collected in it, Fred Woodrum, and the other man you were just mentioning, Michael. I think, has he rolled away yet?
Yeah, Fred Woodrum's pulled away in the 05 car. He's one of our locals that runs with us each and every Saturday night. Matter of fact, I don't average less than 16 every Saturday night. I usually have 16 to 18, maybe 20 some weekends on this hot shots, never lower than 16. These guys playing, and like I said, they're beating and banging forever.
Jonathan Merritt's car back on pit road again to the attention of his crew. And about 20 people to boot standing around that car number 5V.
Fred Woodrum pulling down to the East Alabama Motor Speedway Body Shop.
Or 5J, my apologies, 5J. Remember, as I said, use on the hashtag 5J Strong, hashtag 5J Forever.
Brian Nichols in the 116 stops down at the body shop, checking things out. Fred Woodrum just checking things out, making sure. Keith's checking it out for him.
Michael, here, look over there again. You got Billy Tidwell over there, and then you got the man that was crashed out in the early going of this race, Josh Childers in the 113, the number 14 car, Patrick Dees. Instead of those guys going back to their pit area saying, hey, I'm done, I'm going to unload, get my uniforms off, call it a day, call it a night, they're literally getting out of their race cars, and they're going and helping a fellow driver.
That's exactly right. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Billy Tidwell.
Just the friendship in Colorado these guys have. They'll get mad at each other and everything else and stuff. Call each other Sunday and see if there's anything they can help them do to get their cars back here for Saturday night. Fred Woodrum's door coming off on the 05 over here, so Keith's going to do a little body shop work on it, step on it.
There you go, Keith. Beat it, bang it, stomp it. There goes another collectible to put in the man cave when you go home.
Glad to have Keith here with us. Keith's a good, vital part of this staff. Also Lee, Mr. Jim down there, all of us. There's a bunch of us. Evie. A whole bunch of people that makes this thing go around each and every Saturday.
Thank you to Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Sarah Johnson.
All of them. Everybody that's worked this weekend and other times, thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do for us.
And remember, we'll be announcing the 2019 schedule for East Alabama Motor Speedway and for the National Late Model Supercars Series very soon. Very soon. Michael Patton will go down to Victory Lane, and he will interview the hot shot winner of this race. And then we get ready for the KMSA, followed by the Junior Hot Shots. Michael, and that's one thing I love about you, buddy, is I know you like the late model cars. I know you like them, but, man, you got love and passion for these guys right here because these are your true weekend warriors. They're here every weekend, and it's amazing because I heard stories talking with Billy Dooley last night of when they first started, they had like 3 or 5 cars. I heard about the suicide curve that they were telling me about in the early 2000s. So, I mean, just crazy stuff that they've done there with the hot shots and to build up this program, and it's phenomenal where it's come.
Well, the Wells have been around racing a long time around here. They used to have all kind of cars, road warriors, all kind of stuff. They're good folks. All right, Brian Nichols in the 116, your leader. Followed by John McLeod. John McLeod on that 19M. Here comes Stormy Coward looking to the inside of Jade Swint and the J38. Stormy Coward in that 5 just storming up through the field. Jay Swint looking back to the inside of him. Coming out of turn 4. Stormy Coward got a caution and the bottom of turn 3 and 4. We got another caution to 19.
Cautions breed cautions again. And so, was that the car that was involved in the accident just a moment ago in 2? I think it is, possibly.
It is. One of them.
Yes, sir. The
besides the R2, yeah.
R2D2?
No, R2's already went around the corner over there. But
hey, there's a lot of great races coming up here at East Alabama Motor Speedway, and Billy Thomas said, Wesley, by all means, tell them about them, invite them to come to the races because that's what we got to do. Tracks got to start working together. Series sanctioning bodies have got to start working together instead of cutting each other's throat. East Alabama Motor Speedway, thanks you one and all for coming to the National 100. It was rescheduled to this date because there were so many other events going on that we didn't want to compete with in November and December. because of the holidays, because of PRI, because of Thanksgiving. But anyhow, we thank you one and all for being here. Next weekend, Golden Isle Speedway. The Super Bowl of racing cranks up for the national stars of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And, of course, my good colleagues and friends of MAV TV will be broadcasting those races live. So if you can't be there at Golden Isle Speedway, watch it on MAV TV. Contact your local cable or satellite provider to order a MAV TV. It'll be also on the Lucas Oil Racing app. And Michael Patton, you know, they always say Speed Weeks doesn't start in NASCAR at Daytona. It starts on the dirt. So that kicks off Golden Isles. Then the next weekend or the Sunday night after that, they go to East Bay for 6 straight nights of the East Bay Winter Nationals presented by Risco Industries. Then you got the World of Outlaw Morton Buildings Late Model Series at Winter Freeze. You're going to that at Screven. I know Jason Will Dykes will be flagging that event. Then you got Volusia. You got Hendry County. Whole bunch of great things happening. A spin on the restart again out of turn 4. The man missing his door goes around off turn 4. Now I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Fred Woodrum puts us under yellow again, Michael. But again, after Volusia, you got New Smyrna and the Super Bowl of Racing on asphalt. Speed51.com. We'll cover that event as well. You've got East Bay Raceway. Look at Rocket Man Richie Stevens from Phoenix City, Michael. He went down to East Bay and dominated the street stock races and then came here and got himself a runner-up finish on a Sunday afternoon. So you've got Needmore Speedway with their big race. I'll be a part of that event with Wes James. Kelly Walker and Chance Smith invite you to that event. And then before you know it, we'll be into February. We'll be into March. Racing will be into full swing. And you know, Michael, we officially wrap up the last racing event of 2018 here this weekend for the National 100. But we still do not wrap up the racing season until we have our awards banquet.
That's right.
And we have to make that up here within the next week or two at T-Bone Steakhouse just down the road. Billy Thomas made the smart decision of deciding to reschedule the banquet for the East Alabama Motor Speedway and the National Late Model Supercar Series. And we'll have details on that rescheduled date coming soon. Back for the restart, Michael. John McLeod out in front in the early going.
John McLeod, your leader, Stormy Coward, in the 5C, coming by Jay Swint in that J38.
Michael
Kyle
Patton,
Smith.
I just want to tell you, Joe Kelly says Michael Patton is truly one of the best, even though he doesn't travel all over the country. You could hear the heart in his voice while he was talking about that young man, Jonathan Merritt. I am a Michael Patton fan for life. My wife and I enjoyed both of you guys.
Thank you, Joe. We love you too, buddy. We miss
Wish
you.
you were here.
Yes, we do.
Wish you were here.
All right, here we go. John McLeod in the 19M is your leader, followed by Stormy Coward, Jay Swint. I'm finna start making my way down there.
Yes, sir. And Michael Patton will talk to the man that will carry on the legacy of being the National 100 champion after our fallen friend, the 2017 and defending National 100 champion, John McLeod, coming to the line. We're down the back straightaway. Problems on turn number 1. He's off the pace. The 0-5 there, and they're still going to stay green. 2 laps to go. John McLeod, Stormy Coward, Jace Swint, Kyle Smith, Timothy Weatherton, your top 5. Here they come to the back straightaway. John McLeod is comfortably out in front in memory of our friend Jonathan Merritt. White flag, just dirt, crank it up, bring them home, hot shots, 1 to go. Ladies and gentlemen, winner of the Hot Shot Jonathan Merritt Tribute, John McLeod in 19M. Second spot going to Stormy Coward. Jay Swint will finish 3rd. Kyle Smith will go 4th. Timothy Weatherton will finish in 5th. Followed by Trent Griffith, Thomas Owens, Randall Phillips, Carl Shelton, and Fred Woodrum, even with a door missing, looking like a skeleton on the right front, or the right passenger side of his car. He still gets a top 10 finish. Ladies and gentlemen, How about it for John McLeod winning the National 100 Jonathan Merritt Mr. NASCAR Tribute Race? Family and friends gathering down there to be a part of the celebration. Jonathan Merritt, we'll miss you, brother. Thank you so much for the memories. We'll get ready for the Cajun Mini Stock Association. Junior Hot Shots are coming up. And then it's the super late model portion of the National 100. We're still in daylight hours. We're rocking and rolling in Phoenix City. We're glad you've joined us on Just Dirt Productions for the video program and on the CRN Sports Network, the community radio network, for the audiocast coverage of the 44th running of the National 100, along with Michael Patton, Wesley Outland, executive producer, Dan Costello of Just Dirt Video Productions, along with Richard Ford, and, of course, also to John and Red Moses. Great work putting this thing together here at the last minute. We're those that are with us. We're glad you were enjoying it. Well, we're going to go to Victory Lane here in just a couple of moments. We're going to wait for that 19M car to make his way to the scales, and then we'll have interviews with Michael Patton in a moment. May I have your attention, please? I have a special announcement to make. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not be having no 1 hour intermission like we have done before. The call has been made. Super late model drivers, get staged and ready. We will have the super late model feature as soon as the junior hot shot race is over. Super late model drivers, report to your cars. There will be no delay. We will race straight through to the end of the National 100. Michael Patton, we're getting ready to go down to you trackside here in a moment. It looks like they're still at the scale area. How about that? No delay. Got the Cajun Mini Stock Association coming up. They'll have their feature followed by the Junior Hot Shots, and then it's the Super Late Model. So we're about 2 or 3 races away. But super late models, just be reminded, there will not be any intermission. We will go right into the races. And I think a lot of fans like that. Raise your hand if you like that announcement. How about it? Look at them. They loved it. We're ready to go down here to Victory Lane in a moment with the Hot Shots. Top 3 interviews. And then we'll have the Cajun Mini Stock Association. So the Cajun Mini Stock Association getting ready for their race here in just a moment. The KMSA cars.
Wesley?
Yes, sir. Down to you, buddy.
I got a. This is your winner right here.
Really? Well, a turn of events. A turn of events. Michael Patton will find out what's going on. Understanding that there's a new winner. Michael Patton, what's going on, my friend? Tell him why we got a new winner.
Wes, I'm telling you, if I ever need anything around here, Stormy Cower told me, Mr. Michael, I'll whoop anybody to mess with you. But Stormy, we're doing this in the honor of Jonathan. And, buddy, I couldn't think of a better friend. You've been a friend of his a long time. And, buddy, I love you. And I know you love Jonathan. And this is a memory of this right here. And give it to me, baby. You need to thank anybody you want to thank that's here, that brought you here, your dad, your mom, and just tell us how the car ran and everything else.
Man, the car was excellent. I mean, it just hooked up anywhere I put it on the track. I'd like to thank my papa, Coward Enterprise, John Pate, and everybody else that's ever helped me make it to here.